Actors and actor enthusiasts, I'm Melissa Henderson, and you're behind the scenes of on-screen acting. Today, I'm going to show you how I prepare for actor auditions and callbacks. So we're going to assume that you already have a casting profile, that you have either submitted yourself or your agent has submitted you for a role. Casting has called you into audition and you have confirmed the audition. In this scenario, you've received the audition submission request and have read through all the project details, slate instructions, and framing instructions. At the bottom of the audition request, all the way at the bottom, there will be sides. So there may be multiples of these, but a side is a brief section of the script that is focused on your character. So the first thing we want to do is download those sides for however many scenes it is and get oriented by reading it all the way through. And as you read, we're just figuring out what's going on here. So we're going to look for some clues. Who is your character? What's the location? Who else is in the scene? Can you tell the purpose of the scene? Can you tell what your character wants? What do other characters in the scene want? Whatever questions you can't answer, you can fill in, but make sure that whatever details you fill in with, that it raises the stakes within the environment for that project. So what is the project? What is it about? Who might the audience be? Read it through again. If you have several scenes to work with, start memorizing large chunks of dialogue for your character. Now, read the scripts again and put yourself in the seat of the casting director. Try to answer why. Why was this script chosen as an audition side? Or why might it have been chosen as an audition side? What is it that happens for your character in this side that makes it noteworthy or significant for you? What might the significance of this scene be in the framework of the full project? So if it's an episode, what's the whole episode about? After time spent on script analysis and memorizing large sections, take a break. Schedule a reader, reserve the studio for filming your audition if you need to. If you have easy access to a studio and don't need to reserve it, just start setting up the studio. Then let's return back to the script. The more familiar you are, the better. You will be freer to focus on listening to the other. So we have a video about that, and discovering tactics to get what you want from them if you're not bound to the script. I memorize in more than one way. That just helps the line stick. And so I read the script out loud. Then I create an audio recording of myself reading the script. And the audio recording allows me to say the lines along with myself, the recording of myself. So just make sure that when you're memorizing, you work on the lines with as little interpretation as possible. You don't want to get stuck memorizing one specific way for saying each line. When you feel comfortable with the script, try a few line reads. Try several. Be flexible enough to say each line in different ways. This exercise may help you discover layers that weren't immediately evident. It may also help you connect to the character in a more nuanced way. I really love that exercise. So right before you shoot, do whatever vocal warm-up you have. If you don't have one, try this simple one.
Good. The big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear blood.
After your warm-up, get familiar with the studio or audition space by running the lines while moving in the space before your appointment time with your reader. So just get used to moving around and saying the lines, not just sitting down. Shoot the audition with your reader at the appointment time, and just be respectful of everyone's time. So try not to do 10 takes of each scene. My actor friend Viviana is going to give us one very important note to keep in mind.
I made a mistake. I cut my hair. I think I cut my hair 2 or 3 days after the audition. I don't even remember. But 3 weeks later, I got an email that I booked the job. And I was all happy and excited, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cut my hair. I'm gonna look different. My hair was up to here or so, and now it's here. I didn't cut as much, but you can tell the difference. And then they sent me an email where it says, please leave your hair the way it was because we chose you because of your specific look, blah, blah, blah. So that's usually the standard. You're supposed to look exactly how you look on your audition.
Keep your look, even if you don't think you got the job. Vivi was contacted 3 weeks after the audition saying she booked the job. So to wrap this up, start preparing for an actor audition by reading the script. And that one might be obvious, but when you're reading, look for clues on as much detail as possible, and then just fill in the rest. Consider the project, the audience, what specific plot element this scene might serve in the full project concept. Put on your director's hat, put on your casting director's hat. Memorize lines starting with big chunks, take a break, set up for the audition, return to the lines, move into space, do a vocal warm-up before shooting the audition with your reader, and keep the same look for weeks after your audition is over. It's great advice. I am waiting on one right now. Anyway, that's it, actors. Like this video if it helped you. For more, subscribe or visit the blog at actorchatter.com and get ready for tomorrow's role today.